Welcome back, coin modder lovers and treasure hunters from around the world. Today's video is going to blow your mind, especially if you've ever found a 1980 Roosevelt dime jingling in your pocket change. Yes, you heard that right, just one tiny coin, the Liberty I dime from 1980, with Roosevelt's profile and the words "In God We Trust," could be worth a jaw-dropping $92,000. Stay with us because we are going deep into the rich history, hidden value, and secrets behind this powerful little coin that could change your life forever. If you've got a dime lying around, you might want to check it before spending it at the corner store. It might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Let's dive into the fascinating journey of the 1980 Roosevelt dime. This coin might appear ordinary, but in reality, it holds layers of history and mystery that collectors around the world are chasing. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. He led the nation through the Great Depression and most of World War II, but he was also a champion for those with polio, founding the March of Dimes, an initiative that raised money to fight the disease. It's fitting that his image was chosen for the dime, as the March of Dimes helped fund polio research and support for those affected. Fast forward to 1980, a time of economic shifts, inflation, and global tension. The 1980 Roosevelt dime was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Philadelphia coins lacking a mint mark. At first glance, these coins looked just like every other dime, but as time has passed, collectors have uncovered rare variants, mint errors, and high-grade examples that have skyrocketed in value. Some coins from this year have doubled dies, off-center strikes, full band details on the torch, or were accidentally struck on the wrong planchet. These rare features turn an everyday coin into a collector's dream and can push the price of a single 1980 Roosevelt dime to as high as $92,000. That's right, $92,000 for just one dime if it's the right variety in exceptional condition. Many of these valuable 1980 dimes remain in circulation or tucked away in jars, drawers, or old coin folders. What makes them even more exciting is their stealth. Most people overlook them, thinking they're worth just 10 cents. But to a seasoned collector or a sharp-eyed treasure hunter, the coin's value could be life-changing. Imagine going through your pocket change and discovering a coin that's been passed from hand to hand for over 4 decades and is now worth more than some luxury cars or even a house. Now let's talk about the features of this dime that can increase its worth. The obverse side shows the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, with the word Liberty inscribed along the left edge and the motto "In God We Trust" placed just below his chin. The year 1980 is etched near the bottom. On the reverse side, there is a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch representing peace and strength. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "1 dime" surround the image. While these design elements are consistent across Roosevelt dimes, certain striking errors or conditions can set one coin apart from the millions produced. One key factor is condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC that score a mint state, MS, of 67 or higher are extremely rare for the 1980 Roosevelt dime. Most coins from this era were heavily circulated, scratched, or dulled by time. Finding a pristine specimen is like finding a needle in a haystack, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. An MS-68 dime from 1980 with full bands can fetch tens of thousands of dollars in an auction, especially if it's accompanied by certified authentication. But condition isn't the only thing that matters. Certain mint errors can boost a coin's value astronomically. Look for off-center strikes where the design is partially missing, double dies where inscriptions appear blurry or duplicated, coins struck on penny planchets, or dimes missing the clad outer layer. These rare mistakes from the minting process can make your dime one of a kind and shoot its value up into 5-figure territory. For example, a 1980 Roosevelt dime with a full band strike and an off-center error has previously been auctioned for over $40,000. Combine that with a high-grade condition and the right buyer, and you might be looking at $92,000 or more. The real-life stories behind these valuable coins are even more incredible. One lucky man in Arizona discovered a rare 1980 Roosevelt dime in an old coin collection his grandfather left behind. It had a double die obverse and was in pristine condition. After having it graded and authenticated, it sold at auction for over $85,000. Another young collector in Florida found a dime in his change from a vending machine. It turned out to be an off-metal error struck on a copper penny planchet. Only a handful are known to exist. That single coin fetched more than $50,000 when it went under the hammer. Stories like these keep the passion alive in the coin collecting community, and show that miracles can happen to anyone who keeps their eyes open. So, why is the value of the 1980 Roosevelt dime still increasing today? It comes down to scarcity, demand, and historical appeal. As more collectors enter the market and more rare coins get locked away in private collections, the supply of mint-condition and error coins from 1980 continues to shrink. Auction houses and dealers are seeing higher bids and more competition for premium examples. Social media, YouTube, and online forums have created a wave of enthusiasm, with people sharing discoveries, tips, and knowledge. This massive online interest has helped coins like the 1980 Roosevelt dime go viral, pushing their prices even higher. Today, if you have a 1980 dime in uncirculated condition or with a known mint error, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Professional coin grading is the key to unlocking that value. PCGS and NGC offer expert services to certify and encapsulate your coin, which increases buyer confidence and ensures you get top dollar at auction or sale. Collectors will pay more for coins with documented provenance, high grades, and unique characteristics. It's not just about metal anymore, it's about rarity, precision, history, and passion. If you're wondering how to check your dimes, start by looking at the date and mint mark. No mint mark means it was made in Philadelphia. Look at the details of Roosevelt's face, the torch lines on the reverse, and the edges. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, missing elements, or unusual colors. If you think you've got something special, don't clean it. Leave it as is and get it looked at by a professional. Every day, more people are discovering life-changing coins in the most unexpected places, at garage sales, in old family boxes, inside piggy banks, or even in parking lot change. The 1980 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how something small and overlooked can carry huge value, a deep story, and massive potential. This coin isn't just money, it's history in your hand, and it might just make you rich beyond your imagination. So before you spend that dime, before you toss it into a jar or ignore it in a coin roll, take a closer look. Because somewhere out there are still rare 1980 Roosevelt dimes hiding in plain sight, and the next one found could be yours. Imagine turning 10 cents into $92,000. It's real, it's possible, and it's waiting for someone like you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're passionate about coins, history, and unlocking hidden treasures. There's always more to discover, and your next big find might be just one dime away. Keep hunting, keep believing, and who knows, you might be the next big story in the world of rare coins. Today's spotlight is burning bright on one of the most underestimated yet astonishing coins in American history. The Liberty I dime from the year 1994, known to collectors as the 1994 Roosevelt dime, is making major waves in the world of numismatics. This isn't just any old pocket change, my friends. This is a coin that could be sitting quietly in someone's drawer or change jar, yet it's now shaking up the market with values soaring as high as $92,000. Yes, you heard that right, $92,000 for a dime that once bought you a piece of candy. So don't blink, don't scroll, because what you're about to hear might just change your life or your wallet forever. Let's start by taking a deep breath and imagining what it would feel like to discover a fortune hiding in the folds of your purse or deep inside your car's cup holder. That unassuming little dime with the face of Franklin D. Roosevelt on it, the same design that's been around for decades, could be the exact one coin that sends you into the world of elite collectors, auctions, and mind-blowing financial surprises. The coin we're talking about was minted in 1994, a seemingly ordinary year, but it holds a secret that not many know about. This one-dime piece, bearing the powerful inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," might have gone unnoticed by millions, but for those who know what to look for, it represents a golden opportunity, literally. Now let's rewind and look into the deep and compelling history behind this powerful little coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, right after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was a beloved leader during some of America's darkest and most heroic times, including the Great Depression and World War II. It was his incredible legacy and his efforts in founding the March of Dimes that inspired the U.S. Mint to honor him on the 10-cent piece. Since then, this coin has been a quiet hero in everyone's pocket. But while millions of Roosevelt dimes were minted over the decades, some specific years and mintings, like our legendary 1994 Roosevelt dime, hold extraordinary secrets that transform them from ordinary into jaw-dropping treasures. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced dimes from three main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The most common dimes came out of Philadelphia and Denver, but not all coins were created equal. Some 1994 Roosevelt dimes, especially those from specific die eras or those with pristine condition and full band details, have turned out to be once-in-a-lifetime finds. It's these rare variations that collectors crave, and when these dimes surface in auctions or collector markets, the bidding war begins. Incredibly, some of these dimes, especially those in near-perfect condition, have reached astonishing values up to $92,000. Imagine dropping a dime in a vending machine, not realizing it's worth more than a brand new luxury car. That's the insane reality we're dealing with here. What makes these coins so valuable, you ask? The answer lies in a mixture of rarity, historical context, condition, and collector demand. First, let's talk about mint errors. Some 1994 dimes have been found with off-center strikes, double dies, or even missing mint marks, errors that make them exceptionally rare. Then there's the matter of condition. Coins graded MS68 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC are almost flawless and fetch massive sums. Collectors are willing to pay thousands, and yes, even over $90,000, for a coin that represents perfection and rarity in one small silver-colored disc. And don't forget about full torch or full band coins. These details on the reverse torch design represent sharp, clear, and full lines that only exist on the best struck examples. These are the dimes that create fireworks at auctions, but there's more. Even without errors or full bands, a perfectly preserved 1994 Roosevelt dime can be worth a fortune simply due to its condition and demand in the market. It's not just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history, of craftsmanship, of American legacy. Every inch of this coin is packed with significance, from the bold word liberty that echoes our nation's core values, to the motto "In God We Trust" that anchors our spiritual heritage. The coin's reverse shows the iconic torch flanked by an olive branch and oak branch, symbols of peace and strength, beautifully tying together America's past, present, and future in one compact design. Now let's zoom in on some real-life stories that are capturing headlines and shocking everyday people. Recently, a collector stumbled upon a 1994 Roosevelt dime in uncirculated mint condition, hidden away in a forgotten roll of change. After sending it for grading, it was certified at a near-perfect level and later sold at an elite auction for an earth-shattering $92,000. Just think, one coin, less than the size of a bottle cap, changed someone's financial future. These stories aren't just myths or dreams, they are happening right now. And the next one could involve you. This is why it's time to dig through those piggy banks, go through those old jars of coins in your kitchen cabinet, check the drawers, purses, coat pockets, anywhere you might have some forgotten change. Because if you find a 1994 Roosevelt dime that's in pristine condition, or better yet, has a unique error or rare minting characteristic, you could be holding a small but mighty jackpot. The current market is booming for rare coins. Collectors are hunting day and night for the next rare gem, and the 1994 Roosevelt dime is at the top of many wish lists. As demand skyrockets, so does the price. And right now, at this very moment, the buzz around this dime is louder than ever before. It's also important to note that as the world becomes more digital and physical coins become less common in circulation, these rare pieces will only grow in value. A coin that is already worth $92,000 today might double or triple in value in the coming years, especially if it's one of a kind or in museum-grade condition. It's no exaggeration to say that the 1994 Roosevelt dime has become a modern-day treasure map. And your couch cushions? Your glove compartment? Your forgotten change jar? They might just be the treasure chest. So don't let this chance pass you by. Get those coins checked. Look for key features like a strong strike, full torch lines, or mint errors like doubled dies or off-center prints. You never know, you could be the next person to walk away with a fortune from what once seemed like ordinary change. The power of this little coin lies not just in its monetary value but in its story, its history, and the thrill it brings to those who discover its worth. Stay tuned and subscribe for more stories like this, because we're just scratching the surface of the hidden world of US coins that are turning people into millionaires. Your treasure might be closer than you think, and it might come wrapped in the face of Roosevelt, with liberty above and in God we trust beside him. This is not just a coin. It's a legacy, a time capsule, a hidden fortune. And it could be yours. Today, we are about to unravel the unbelievable story behind the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime, a small coin with a jaw-dropping value that could be worth up to $92,000 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that says one dime, and in God we trust, could secretly be your winning lottery ticket. So don't blink, don't skip, because this tiny piece of American currency is making massive waves in the collector world. Let's begin this exciting journey with a quick glance at the coin itself. The 1999 P. Roosevelt dime is part of the United States dime series that has been in production since 1946, named in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led America through the Great Depression and most of World War II. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing profile of Roosevelt with the powerful motto, "In God we trust," inscribed alongside Liberty and the date, 1999. Just below the date, the P Mint mark proudly announces that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic and active mints in American history. But what makes this particular 1999 P. Roosevelt dime so special? Why are collectors and coin hunters across the globe keeping their eyes peeled for this specific coin? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and a handful of wild minting anomalies that turned this ordinary coin into a mega collectible. In 1999, billions of coins were struck for circulation, but only a minuscule number of Roosevelt dimes from this year and mint were struck in flawless condition. And among those few, some contain ultra-rare minting errors that dramatically increase their value. Some examples include off-center strikes, broad-struck errors, doubled dies where the inscriptions appear duplicated, and full-band varieties where the torch on the reverse shows crisp and full horizontal lines, details that only the highest-grade coins possess. When combined with a pristine condition, like a grading of MS-68 or higher by professional grading services, the coin becomes a numismatic gem. And guess what? That gem could easily fetch you $92,000 or more depending on demand, competition, and market timing. To understand the full weight of this coin's potential, we must dive into its rich and patriotic history. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1945. The nation mourned the loss of a leader who had guided the United States through the most turbulent times of the 20th century. To honor his legacy and especially his tireless work in supporting the March of Dimes, a non-profit organization fighting polio, it was decided that his image would replace the Mercury dime. That's how the Roosevelt dime was born, a tribute to a president, a symbol of hope, and a testament to America's unbreakable spirit. Now fast forward to 1999. The United States was on the edge of a new millennium. It was a time of innovation, of economic boom, and of collecting trends growing faster than ever before. Coin enthusiasts, historians, and even everyday Americans began to appreciate the significance of preserving small historical artifacts like coins. The Roosevelt dime from this year, minted in Philadelphia, was struck in large quantities, but few survived in high-quality condition. Over the years, through circulation, these coins were scratched, worn down, and often forgotten. That's what makes the few flawless survivors all the more valuable. They are remnants of a past era, perfectly preserved against the odds. Now imagine this. You're sorting through an old coin jar at your grandma's house. You're looking for parking meter change, or maybe something for the vending machine. Your fingers brush past nickels and pennies, and suddenly, you find a shiny dime. It says 1999. You flip it over. It's in great shape. The P-Min mark stares back at you. Could it be? Could you be holding a $92,000 coin in your hand? The thought alone is electrifying, isn't it? This is the very reason coin collecting is not just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt. It's history, mystery, and potential wealth all wrapped up in metal. The market today is more alive than ever. Coins like the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime are being sold in online auctions, numismatic shows, and private collector circles for astounding prices. Graded specimens in mint state condition have set records. Some have crossed the $90,000 mark, and bidding wars for rare errors or full band varieties continue to break new ground. But it's not just about the money. Each coin tells a story. The Roosevelt dime represents courage and leadership. It carries the values of liberty, faith, and the endurance of a great nation. It's a reminder that even the smallest object can hold monumental meaning. That even a single dime, often dismissed as spare change, can become the centerpiece of a life-changing discovery. So what should you do now? First, check your pockets, check your change drawers, check that old coin collection you haven't touched in years. Look closely. Does your dime say 1999? Is there a P beneath the date? Is it in pristine condition? Then consider sending it to a professional grading service. Because the difference between an average dime and a $92,000 jackpot is just a matter of detail, rarity, and condition. Coin dealers and collectors alike are on the lookout, and competition is fierce. As more people become aware of the hidden value behind coins like the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime, demand continues to grow. So the earlier you check your collection, the better your chances of cashing in. This is more than a trend. It's a movement. And people are turning their pocket change into life-changing discoveries every single day. Whether you're a serious numismatist or just someone who loves a good story, the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime represents the incredible potential hiding in plain sight. From its origins as a tribute to a legendary president to its place in the modern treasure hunt, this dime has earned its spot in the spotlight. And now, it's your turn. Will you be the next person to uncover a fortune? Will your dime be the one that makes headlines? Only one way to find out. Keep looking. Keep dreaming. Because that shiny little coin with liberty and "In God We Trust" might just be the key to unlocking $92,000 and a piece of American history. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the rarest and most valuable coins circulating in America. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're going to check your change right after this video. Who knows, your story might be our next feature. Keep collecting, keep searching, and always believe that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprise. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting in your collection, in your drawer, or even jingling in your car cup holder, a coin that appears common at first glance, but in the right condition and with the right rarity, it can command a price tag as high as $92,000. Yes, you heard that right. This is not a dream. We are talking about the one and only 2005 P. Roosevelt dime, the United States of America's 10-cent piece, proudly bearing the words, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and "United States of America." And today, this little silver-colored coin is making massive waves in the coin market. So fasten your seatbelts because we're about to take a thrilling ride into the story, the value, and the hidden fortune behind this small but mighty coin. Let's start with what most people see every day: a dime. It's a tiny coin, light in your hand, shiny with a silver finish, and often tossed aside or thrown into change jars. But this specific coin, minted in 2005 at the Philadelphia Mint, is no ordinary dime. It bears the iconic image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a figure remembered not only for leading America through the Great Depression and World War II but also as the founder of the March of Dimes, a campaign that fought polio and brought hope to millions. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, just 1 year after Roosevelt's death, as a tribute to his legacy. It replaced the Mercury dime and brought a new, modern look to American coinage. The 2005 P. Roosevelt dime continues that legacy, minted in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, and marked with a simple yet significant P mint mark just above the date. But what sets this coin apart from millions of others is not just the design or the year. It's the combination of minting conditions, preservation, errors, and low population in high grades that makes some examples of this coin so staggeringly valuable. That's right. While billions of coins are produced every year, only a select few make it through the process in nearly perfect condition. And those that do? They become legends. Picture this. A regular 2005 dime is worth just 10 cents, maybe a few dollars if it's shiny and uncirculated. But now imagine holding a version graded by a professional grading service as MS-69 or even MS-70, a nearly flawless specimen, with mirror-like fields, razor-sharp details, and untouched surfaces. These are the coins that collectors fight over at auctions, that dealers dream of finding in rolls, and that can turn a humble dime into a 5-figure treasure. Now let's talk about value. Yes, it's true. Some rare examples of the 2005 P. Roosevelt dime have fetched prices as high as $92,000. Why? Because they are practically perfect. Graded by PCGS or NGC with exceptional marks, especially in full bands designation where the horizontal lines on the torch are fully defined, these dimes become not just money but masterpieces. Combine that with errors like double dies, off-centers, missing clad layers, or dramatically misaligned strikes, and you've got a coin that collectors will pay tens of thousands for without hesitation. Some dimes have surfaced with dramatic die cracks, cut breaks, or mint striking flaws that have only increased their mystique and value. The current coin market is hotter than ever. As collectors, investors, and even casual hobbyists look for new ways to diversify, coins are being seen not just as collectibles but as tangible assets, physical pieces of history that hold and grow value over time. And the Roosevelt dime, specifically the 2005 P issue, is right at the center of this renewed interest. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections have seen an uptick in Roosevelt dime listings, with prices climbing rapidly for certified, high-grade, or error examples. It's not just about the face value anymore. It's about condition, rarity, story, and historical significance. The beauty of it all is that many of these valuable dimes are still in circulation. That's right. That little coin in your pocket change might be worth more than your phone. It could be hiding in a roll from the bank, slipped into your change from a vending machine, or resting at the bottom of a forgotten piggy bank. Thousands of collectors are now roll hunting, searching through bags of dimes, hoping to strike silver, not just in color, but in value. Stories have emerged of collectors finding near-perfect dimes in circulated rolls, sending them in for grading, and walking away with a payday that's the stuff of dreams. Let's not forget that this dime also reflects a larger story, a story of American resilience and the timeless value of its currency. The motto, "In God We Trust," the word, "liberty," and Roosevelt's proud profile serve as a constant reminder of a nation's journey through hardship, courage, and hope. It's a piece of history you can hold in your hand. And when that piece also happens to be worth $92,000, it's a reminder that true value is often hidden in plain sight. So how do you know if you have a valuable 2005 P. Roosevelt dime? Start by checking the coin's condition. Look for sharp details on Roosevelt's hair, the torch's flame, and the horizontal bands. Check for unusual errors, doubling on the letters, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, or unusual coloration. If it looks pristine, it's time to consider grading. Submitting it to a service like PCGS or NGC can authenticate its condition and potentially reveal its true market worth. And who knows, your dime might be one of the few that collectors are willing to pay up to $92,000 for. In the end, the story of the 2005 P. Roosevelt dime is a story about transformation. It's about how a simple coin, one that many overlook, can become a centerpiece in a world of numismatic treasures. It's a symbol of potential, of discovery, and of the thrill that keeps coin collecting alive and electric in the 21st century. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or just someone who believes in hidden gems, remember this: the next time you receive change, look closely. Because that ordinary dime could be an extraordinary treasure, waiting for you to notice it. Don't ignore the coins in your wallet. Don't underestimate the power of pocket change. Because sometimes the smallest coin tells the biggest story. And sometimes that story is worth $92,000. Keep hunting, keep checking, and keep believing, because your fortune might be just one Roosevelt dime away.